Welcome again, Maxim here, and today we are gonna talk about rare resources. I will show you how many you can get from one pickup and where they occur. In this video you will see typical and less common, but very effective methods of obtaining them. For obvious reasons, I will not encourage to buy these resources with the premium currency. Also, the possibility of getting them as a reward from caches on sabotage or extermination is not effective enough to talk about farming. When you get such a reward this way, it should be more considered as a pleasant surprise. Let's move on to how and where to get specific rare resource. Some of the content featured in this video will be with Resource Booster. On Materials with Booster you will see such icon in the upper right corner of the screen. The first is Morphics, always drops one piece at a time. Can be found on Mercury, Mars, Phobos, Europe and Pluto. First, let's focus on where we can get it with standard methods. So like in previous video, we choose the best team and solo missions. Then we will move to other methods. We can also buy one Morphic for 10 platinum, but let's save this method only for times of very urgent need. Best place to farm it is Mars. We have 3 missions to choose from. Excavation Augustus, there you will need Necros, Korra, Limbo and the 4th frame of your choice. Second mission is Olympus, Disruption. Here you should get more, if RNG is on your side, 2 Korras and Necros are the team base. But if you prefer less demanding missions, you can go on Dark Sector Survival, Wahiba. Playing solo, you can go on Extermination in the same sector, Hellas, and destroy all possible containers and open all lockers. Morphic stabilizers are very important here. It is a type of container that always stores Morphics. Such containers always store from 1 to 2 pieces. Several of them can spawn on the map. We can try Assassination on War, playing exactly the same. The assassination target there will be just an extra chance for a rare resource, and the fight is fairly quick. This mission and sector is also a good option if you want to farm Gallium solo. It occurs on Mars and Uranus, and can be found in quantities of 1 to 3. Due to the fact that you can also find Morphics here, there's a chance that you will finish the mission only with Morphics in your pocket. Or only with Gallium. Or few of both. Nevertheless, it is still the best place for solo farming. However, if you want to farm in a team, then go on Survival Ophelia on Uranus. This is the best spot for Team Gallium farming. Next we have Control Modules. As a representative of the rare category, this resource is quite easy to obtain. Can be found on Neptune, Europe and the Void. And it can drop in quantities of 1 to 3. As a team, it will be great to go on Survival, Mod on Void. Solo, one of the exterminations located in this sector, Tessap or Oxamako. It is time for more difficult positions. Neurodes, always dropping one piece at a time, can be obtained on Earth, Deimos, Lua and Eris. With a full team, it's best to go on Oestrus, Infested Salvage on Iris. Play exactly the same like on Nanospor's farm I presented in last video. Play the map with a pit in the middle, have in your team minimum Korra and Necros, and prolong the mission as long as possible. While farming alone, you can go to several places. It can be Extermination on Earth, Mariana, with destroying all containers there, but don't go to E Prime, because on Mariana you have an underwater Greener outpost. There are more containers and the map is more concentrated than in forests on E Prime. After finishing Mariana sometimes I did not get a single Neurode, but sometimes I got as much as 5 in 3 minutes. Another option is to kill Lephantis on Deimos. Destroying his 3 heads and then the whole creature gives you 4 chances for the resource. It may be something uninteresting, but also Neurodes or Orokin cells. The whole mission is pretty quick if you already know what to do and what will happen. We can additionally destroy containers, but it's fine to only focus on killing boss. The last place is Survival on Lua, Tycho. Aside from enemies and containers, every 5 minutes you will approach sentient units. They will spawn in the number of players in the team +1. So an interesting option would be to go here with a whole team. But even in solo missions, each killed sentient can drop Neurodes. Also, the longer you play, the more sentients may spawn. Finally, I would like to mention that Neurodes as well as neurosensors and Orokin cells have in their market offer a reusable blueprint. However, it costs 100 platinum and the construction costs are quite high. Those blueprints were once available for everyone on raids, which are unfortunately currently withdrawn. Next we have neurosensors. They occur on Jupiter and the Kuva Fortress. Here, due to small number of possibilities, both in a team and solo, the best method of farming is to kill Alat V. The mission is quite quick. You can complete one attempt in 1 minute or 2. And in most attempts, I ended with at least one neural sensor. Exceptionally, we can also find sensors on bosses on Europe, Raptors. But the chance is only 5% and you will not find this resource anywhere else in Europe. Now I think the most wanted resource, Orokin cells. Drops one piece at a time and occurs naturally on Ceres, Saturn and Deimos. I say naturally because you can find them on most of the planets due to the fact that almost any boss can drop them on kill. Although the chance is only 2.58%, but still. If you want to farm them as a team, I recommend a well-prepared team. Necros, Korra, Ivara and for example Atlas or the second Necros, all with builds for extra loot. The location where you should farm is Survival Titan on Saturn. If you prefer to farm alone, I recommend killing bosses or even cleaning the map from containers, but it's optional. You can focus on the bosses only. Sargas Rock, Assassination on Saturn. You can make it in 1 minute. Vor and Krill on Ceres, in 2 minutes, but you have 2 bosses here, so 2 chances for Orokin cells. Lephantis can be killed in 3 minutes and you will get 4 resources, Neurodes, Orokin cells or something else. Try these missions and you will see which one suits you the best. Tellurium is a resource that has a specific drop location because it is assigned to Arcwing missions or missions where there is a chance to use Arcwing. Most planets have at least one Arcwing mission, but most of such missions are on Uranus. This resource drops one at a time and it doesn't have any special container, like other resources. We need to farm it from killed enemies, so for both solo players and teams, I recommend to go on Survival Ophelia on Uranus. Teams with additional loot warframes and solo for instance with Necros or Atlas. At the end of the list we have Argon crystals. They drop one piece at a time and can be only found on the Void. They can be also obtained as a reward from caches in other sectors, but I don't count that. As a team go on survival mode, and when it comes to farming solo, the same case as in case of control modules, Extermination Tesap or Oxamako. With this resource you have to be aware of a special mechanic. Argon crystals half decompose. I will illustrate it with an example. If you get 12 crystals in 1 day, the crystals are stable until the end of the day in Warframe. The next day, a counter appears on them in Foundry, showing when they will be half decayed. However, on that day you also farmed a few, let's say 8. Now you have 20, but on the third day you see that there aren't 10 but 14. Why is that so? Because the second portion were still stable, while only those 12 from first day have decayed. But now the 8 you earned on the second day are also not stable anymore and will fall apart normally like the rest. So, if you don't use the map, you have 7 on 4th day, 3 on the 5th day, because decay is rounded down to the disadvantage of the player. On 6th day it happens again, most of them will decay, so only 1 will remain. And on the 7th day there will be none of them left. So this resource cannot be farmed in reserve. We farm it for current needs. Okay, so we now know where to farm rare resources with always available methods. However, there are some circumstances and tricks that can give us a pretty cool results. Let's start with the regularly appearing Phorid, infested boss that appears in various sectors on plague invasions in locations which a normal boss occupies. Depending on the sector, a different resource may drop from him. Each resource I was talking about, except of Argon crystals and Tellurium, can be farmed when Phorid appears. Infested Outbreak does not spawn on Iris, Deimos, Lua or the Void. However, those outbreaks are not restricted like other invasions, so it can also appear on Venus and Earth. Phorid Assassination is quite a nice and quick mission. We take something to move fast, kill the creature and run to the extraction. The entire mission can be done in 1 minute. After 10 attempts on Saturn, I got 6 Orokin cells. After 3 missions we get a reward from occupied faction, but we can perform this mission as many times as we want. A better, but definitely less frequent occasion is the appearance of Razorback on Mercury, Saturn, Pluto or Earth. On this mission you can find large numbers of hyena units. They have a 2.58% chance of dropping an Orokin cell, but much higher chance of a regional resource. Considering that we are interested in rare resources, we can farm Morphics on Mercury and Pluto, Neurodes on Earth, and Orokin cells on Saturn. These units will not respawn forever, so we can move around the map a bit, then kill the boss, and slowly move to the extraction. Let's not forget about Warframes for additional loot. Hyenas do not have a boss status here, so you can get additional drops from them with Necros or Korra. There is one more method left. In my opinion, the best one for the rare resources for the moment. But there is a spoiler in it related to the second dream quest. So if you haven't completed it yet, do not watch this video any further, or you do it on your own risk. This method has been in a game for a long time, but it's not very popular and little known. But when used in an efficient team, it can give a really crazy results. The secret is in mod for Sentinel called Spare Parts. From its description, we can learn that when Sentinel dies, there is a 45% chance that a rare resource will drop out of him. However, this is not quite how it really is. There's a 45% chance that something will drop. But what it will be depends on the sector. Rare resources don't always drop, but the chance is pretty high. The trick is to go on high-level mission, find some mobs, use the operator form, hide in a void, and wait for the Sentinel's death. Here you can see a build I'm using on the Sentinel for this trick, some attacking mod to get more attention, a drop pickup mod, something for loot detection, and of course spare parts. It can be any Sentinel, but we cannot use any skill or a respawn mod, such as Gene ability or the Regen mod. They interfere with the optimal functionality of the spare parts. I usually go to the steel path to do this as quickly as possible. But on missions with mobs level around 30 to 40 at the start should be good too. So we go on a mission, let our Sentinel get killed, collect if something drops out, and what's next? We also get killed. By reviving ourselves, we will regain our Sentinel and we can repeat this trick. By default, we have 4 revives, for a total of 5 lives. That is 5 solo attempts of this trick in one solo mission. Not too much, usually drops out 2 to 3 resources, which aren't always rare. The whole process will take about 2 minutes. However, if we go as a team, each player has 5 such chances, which gives us 20 chances. It will take about 3 minutes. You can also increase the number of revives by 2, inserting in your build 2 rank 3 arcanes on your Warframe. However, it is important that they need to be upgraded to rank 3 minimum. The entire team with additional 2 revives gives us 28 chances. If everything goes well, we can finish mission in 2 to 4 minutes. It is how this trick looked like until recently. But now it can be performed even better and longer. This is to the Proteus Repair Dispensary augment, available from the pairing sequence and Arbiters of Hexes syndicates. Thanks to this augment, we can hold third skill and then we will create Dispensary that will revive our Sentinel. We can do that once every 1 minute. So I have created a build in which this skill lasts a minute, added an augment, added some survivability mods, and went to see if this method works with spare parts. And as it turned out, it does. Apart from our revives, we can additionally revive our Sentinel every minute. If you play solo, it will give you 2 to 3 more tries without waiting. However, while playing with the entire team with this augment, one person can revive other Sentinels. Yes, one dispenser can resurrect the whole team member's Sentinels. That gives you really crazy farming opportunities. I went to the Void with the team and they all had a Sentinel in the appropriate Protea build to revive Sentinels. In 2 attempts, with a total length of 25 minutes with a resource booster, we got 76 Argon crystals, which is 38 without a booster in less than half an hour. That is 1 Argon crystal every 45 seconds. Keep that in mind that we were just getting along with this method and we have not reached the optimum in our actions. In the same time, having similar luck and performing actions more efficiently, you can get even more. This is only a presentation of this method, and I leave the discovery of full potential to you. Just imagine yourself farming Orokin cells so quickly. Sounds wonderful. And also you can buy boosters for that. Let me add that we can farm Tellurium this way on Uranus. We need to remember that Sentinel can also drop Gallium there, but still it is an interesting alternative. However, there is a small catch. If you approach the reviving dispensary point with a dead Sentinel while you are in the operator mode, then Sentinel will attach itself to the operator instead of the Warframe, and you will have a problem to get rid of it. You can try to die as an operator, Sentinel should stay in the place you died until it dies too. Let's try to not approach these points in operator mode. You can create reviving zone and a separate zone for destroying Sentinels to prevent such situations. And that's all in this video. This is how the 3-episode series of my resource farming guide ends, from the basic information to advanced farming techniques. If you have seen only this one out of these 3, I encourage you to check the previous 2, because the information contained there may surprise you. For instance, some of experienced players do not realize that they are going on the wrong missions to farm. I explained everything there. If you have any questions, please type them in the comments or visit one of my streams, link in the description. See you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching, leave your reaction under this video, if you liked it or not. I'd like to read your comments as well. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. I also invite you to visit my Twitch channel, Maxim_land. Streams from Monday till Sunday at 5 PM. See you next time, bye.